I have gold in the hole. Let's go, baby. I'm bugging out, dude. I seen it, I looked at it, and I dropped it back in the hole. Gold, baby, gold, gold. Oh my goodness gracious, I found something. It's not a token, dude. I'm literally just gonna keep my camera rolling like at all times. Wendy's mad at me. She's so mad she threw herself back on the ground. Bruce just yelled and cursed at me because he says he's been through here 5 times. I just found silver again up here in the front yard with old Brewski, and he may have a big top here. Ooh, let's see it. Oh, brother.
Every dig a mystery, every find a prize. Metal gods sing beneath Hoosier sky.
Welcome in, everyone, to tonight's Finds Friday. We're glad to have you. Just wanted to welcome everybody if you're new, and if you are returning, hello again. Tonight we have a very special guest, but before we get into that, I just have a couple announcements that I just want to put out for everyone. First being, Wendigo has branched away from Indiana Unearthed. She is still a part of Team Indiana Unearthed.
Not going anywhere.
She's not going anywhere, y'all, but she does have her own YouTube channel now, which she's had the YouTube channel, but she has her own.
It up a little bit.
Yeah, we just kind of, we tweaked it just a little bit.
Tuned it more to my style.
So many of you know that is going to be Diggin' Diaries with Wendigo. So make sure to go check her out. Also, don't forget, please don't forget, we have our merch store here, and we invite everybody to go over and check that out. Have some really cool t-shirts. We have a limited edition t-shirt, and as a matter of fact,
that's what I'm wearing.
We will pull that up real quick. Wendy is wearing it. Hers just came in. Here, let's see if we can scoot this over here real quick. And there it is. And this is really nice material. This is actually screen printed this time. It's not the iron ones. So that is, and let me pull that back up here real quick. That is going to be this shirt right here. So this is our Unearthed the Forgotten shirt. Tons of different color options there. You can see there's the front of it. Indiana Unearthed, history never stays buried. So please go pick yours up today. We also have other accessories. We have hats on here. My dad's backyard gold panning Facebook page is also on there, the Indiana Unearthed hat. You can get those in different colors as well. We also have stickers, so our stickers are on there. You can also check out our magnets, and we have pins. So, yeah, y'all get the gist.
You can put the magnets on your car.
Yeah, you can magnify your car. So I just wanted to hop through the chat here real quick before we get into it. Let's see. Looks like we got Bailey in here. Philip Bailey, I apologize. I'm dyslexic at times. Welcome in. We got Relic Rat, R-A-T, Recovering Artifacts Together. Welcome in, sir. And that is Cliff. Let's see here. Love it, Adam.
You see what Cliff said?
Oh. Please say here. I missed it. Let's see. Oh, no, I missed it again. There it is. Now y'all can film each other filming each other. Should be fun. Well, she's going to be doing her own thing on the channel, so that's something I just wanted to add. She's still going to metal detect on her channel, but she's going to be doing more of like bottle digging, creek walking, and hunting for glass and stuff while we're out. So
he may have been referring to the video where I was filming you and you were commenting on it.
That might happen again. That might happen again. So let's see. Looks like we got somebody new in here. Dirt Hogs Metal Detecting. Welcome in. And I will get you painted real quick. I always got to do this. I need to change Wendy so that she can do this on the side. Would you like to talk about your channel and anything else that you might have going on?
My channel is going to be a little tuned to artifacts, and like kind of the spookier side of things, because I like the spooky stuff.
She do like the scary stuff.
I really do. And kind of more of history on properties, especially if they're haunted. Still going to do the metal detecting, definitely some bottle digging, because really love to bottle dig. And I guess we'll see where it goes from there.
Are you nervous, Wendy? She
Bit.
seems nervous. I feel like she's going to be a little nervous behind the camera too, but that's all right. Cool, sounds fun regardless. Philip says, hi, Dirt Hogs, Tim and Randy. Doll heads are spooky. They are. Hey,
they sure are.
Didn't we find a doll head one time?
We found like a piece to a doll without the head.
Okay. Okay, everyone. So I won't keep you all waiting anymore. So tonight's guest, he has literally been all over the outdoor world, from countless fishing adventures and shows. Major appearance on Expedition Unknown with Josh Gates, where they covered the Reno gang, which is very familiar here in Indiana, the Reno brothers. We will get into that with him. He's also hosted his own TV programs, fishing outdoor TV programs, and working kind of behind the scenes on outdoor productions for years. Really great, awesome guy. He's been out with us. And he is a part of Indiana Unearthed Team 1 for the Silver Shootout. If you guys didn't watch that live and you guys have any questions on that, be sure to go check that out. That was last Finds Friday's video live, I guess. So without further ado, I would like everyone to welcome in Mr. Troy McCormick. Welcome in, Troy. How are you?
Hey. Doing good, Adam. Hi, Wendy.
So, how's things been?
They've been really good, other than the heat. The heat has kept me from getting out as much as what I like to.
I know. Me, Bruce, and Harlan, we went out yesterday, and it was just killer. And it's not just the heat, the dirt. Like, it is so hard to dig. And it's just, it's kind of put a damper on things, I guess.
Keep you from wanting to detect in someone's yard because you know it's going to leave a brown circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to like little cheetah print all over their yard. You don't want that.
Not without the rain coming down to get that grass growing again.
Right. So I would just like to go ahead and hop into it if you wouldn't mind. So I kind of want to talk about your early beginnings.
Okay.
As far as what sparked your love for the outdoors, like what early, or was it later in life? Like what really drew you to the outdoors?
I'd have to credit my father with that, taking me camping and fishing and hunting. And I got my first metal detector when I was 13. So I enjoyed being outdoors doing things. And I knew I wanted to stay with that. And I actually got my college degree in park management. And I worked for the Indiana Department of Natural Resources, managing state parks for 10 years.
Right. Yeah, and I believe that we had actually talked about that when I initially met you at the Indiana Golden Treasure Show. I think we kind of had a little conversation on that, on what we were dealing with during that time. Glad we were able to get all that taken care of. So at what point in time did you realize that the outdoor world and as far as like the fishing and metal detecting, when did that really set in that was going to be a career path for you?
Honestly, I remember in the 6th grade, knowing that I wanted to work in parks. My goal was to live in a state park and help manage that park. And I went to Ball State University here in Indiana in Muncie, managing in. Yeah, right. And I took the program and got my degree in park management in natural resources. And before long, I started out as assistant manager at Shade State Park, and the job came with a house in the park. So I got to live in the park.
Wow.
I was assistant manager for. Yeah.
So your dream that you had in 6th grade, it came true. You lived in the park.
It did. And then I moved from there and I became the first park manager at the Falls of the Ohio State Park down here on the Ohio River.
That is really cool. See,
It was interesting because I got to be responsible for building Indiana's 22nd State Park, brand new park. And ironically, when the park was done, I missed the excitement of the planning and the designing. And that's when I started my own company, Natural Resources, so I could work on those exhibit and museum projects again and again. And I just hit a 30-year anniversary of owning my own business.
Well, congratulations.
Congratulations. That is really cool. Yeah. So as far as your having your own business, that kind of ties into your filming, correct?
It does.
Okay.
In working with museums, I would design museums, and there we go. And I found out that Kentucky had a DNR show about hunting and fishing, and Michigan had one, and Kansas had one, but Indiana didn't have one. So I had the equipment and the studio and the staff, and I started my own show called Indiana Outdoor Adventures. And I traveled all over Indiana for 5 years, filming hunting, fishing, kayaking. We hunted rabbits with falcons. I mean, if it was anything outdoors, and yes, we did metal detecting episodes too.
Imagine
so that lasted about 5 years. Did over 85 episodes on outdoor adventures just in Indiana.
So where could somebody find that? Like, on what platform could they find that show?
I ended up a couple years after that starting another show because I missed traveling. So I did another show called bootprints.tv. And it was more about international big game hunting. So I got to travel around the world doing hunting shows. So my YouTube channel has all the episodes of both shows. So if you went to YouTube and do the search for bootprints.tv or just Bootprints, you'll see my picture, and there's hundreds of episodes between those two TV shows.
That's awesome. As a matter of fact, what we'll do is I'll have Wendy real quick if she can jump on, and that's bootprints.tv. Was that correct, Troy?
TV for a TV show.
Okay, so look that up on YouTube, and you can just copy and paste, and we'll put that in the chat. So, yeah, as far as like filming, Indiana Outdoor Adventures, how did that start? I mean, I think you kind of touched on it, as a little bit as like your love of outdoors. So like, what was your most rewarding project that you had worked on?
I had, as much as I love to hunt and fish, I was never much into fly fishing. And I did an episode with my father teaching me as an adult how to fly fish. And we were on the White River, and I just had an absolute blast getting him on camera.
Right.
Kind of memorializing that teaching moment. I still don't do much fly fishing, but it was fun.
Right. Yeah. I've honestly, I've never tried fly fishing personally. I do a lot of white bass fishing, a lot of pond fishing for largemouth, walleye fishing. Her dad, big time walleye fisher. Mm-hmm. And that's actually my mom's favorite fish to eat. So I'm sure she would be happy if I would get into walleye fishing a little bit more than what I have. I was going to actually ask you, Troy, about this picture. Was this behind the scenes on one of those episodes?
It is. And I was looking at this. This, I believe, excuse me, was from bootprints.tv. And it looks like a show that we filmed in South Carolina. And we were wild boar hunting down in the lowland country in the swamps area.
That is really cool. I won't get into too much detail, but I had a wild boar run into when I was in basic training in Georgia.
Yeah.
One of my guys in my platoon, let's just say he didn't walk away. Yeah, the tusk got him. I'm sure you know about that.
They're wicked. I've been chased by them. Yeah.
So now you're still shooting Indiana Outdoor Adventures, correct?
No, I actually, that show came to an end when it actually went national and was on RFD TV, which
Okay.
was an offshoot of Rural TV. And so, no, I'm taking it back. Rural TV was an offshoot of RFD TV. And they sold that network and canceled all the shows. And unfortunately, mine was one of them. So I took a year or two, and then I started up with bootprints.tv. That ran for a couple of seasons, and then COVID hit.
Right.
And so you can't do international travel when COVID shuts down all flights. So I had to put that show on hiatus for a little over 2 years. I was just getting ready to start up again with that show. And I was approached by a crappie fishing TV show called BrushPile Fishing. And they needed someone to both film and edit their shows, because I do all the show editing as well as most of the filming. And so for the last 2.5 years, I've been filming crappie fishing TV shows. Now, the bad
Really?
part is I don't get to hold a pole and catch the fish, because I'm
Yeah.
holding the camera.
Right. And I think actually we had talked when you came out and you went detecting with us that you are a certified drone pilot as well. That's correct.
That's true. I've got an FAA commercial license for drone flying, and
That is really cool.
it provides a unique view you just can't get any other way.
Right.
And so it's fun to. In fact, we talked about taking it out next time you and I go out, and we'll get some above Adam swinging his coil back and forth views with the drone.
That would be awesome. And hopefully right in that moment, I'm pulling out a big gold coin.
How
Right
about
in
an
that
8
moment.
real or something? Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work. And speaking of which, this is what I believe we talked about. This is your oldest coin here.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That came from New Hampshire. It's an 1802 2 real.
Beautiful.
And
Absolutely beautiful coin.
I've been struggling to get into that 1700 club. I've hit 1806, 1805. This was 1802. I'm sneaking up on the 1700s.
Well, I hope you get there. And maybe when you come back out with us, maybe, win the fields, because we didn't have great luck that day that we went out to the properties. But hopefully
we
in
found
our
stuff,
fields.
Yeah.
But yeah. So and you said this was in New Hampshire, correct?
Correct.
And this was the same time that you met Gypsy. Wasn't Gypsy Jules out there?
Gypsy was there. Yes.
Okay, I thought so. I went ahead and
There
I
you
got
go.
the picture.
This was the Bone 32.
Okay.
Best of New England. It's a great event. We had 100 or so acres. We had about 70, 80 metal detectorists. It was a 4-day event. Did a really nice job on putting us on natural hunts.
That is
We were
really
in,
cool.
yeah, these were what they called settlement lands.
So then you're on some early stuff out there.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you didn't find a 1700s coin.
I don't think anybody did. We saw a bunch of early 1800s to 1830s. I did see a young man right in front of me dig a really nice colonial knee buckle. Beautiful, fancy all the way around it. Someone dug a flintlock from a muzzle loader. And so there was some really nice stuff coming out of those lands, but didn't get into the older coins I was hoping for. I'd like to get some of those early colonial coins, but
Right, yeah.
got to head back out east for another trip, I guess.
Right. I was lucky enough. I actually got the pool. I found a 1700s coin a few months ago, and I couldn't really make it out. And then I looked it up because all I could see was a couple letters on there. And I looked it up and I got to reading about it, and I made it. I made the 1700s club.
That's cool. Congratulations. That's a good one.
So I'm going to get ready to jump into our next segment here, but before I do so, I just wanted to play this video that I got of the next part, and I think a lot of people, they're kind of waiting on this. So this is going to include a little bit of your time that you had with Josh Gates on Expedition.
Okay.
unknown. So let's go ahead and pull this up here.
I got something here. I don't know what it is. Troy!
Yeah.
Come here!
Searching for the lost fortune of the notorious Reno gang, treasure hunter Troy McCormick and I have found a cave that may have been one of their hideouts, and possibly some of their old gear as well.
I thought this was a spoon, but it's not. Look at this. I think that's a musket ball mold.
It's deep enough for a small caliber.
Look, you can see
You can
this.
clearly see where it was hinged.
This was hinged, and this is hollow. That is right in the time period. That's like Civil War era.
Not everybody carried those with them. Sitting around a campfire, nothing to do, so you're making some extra bullets.
Muskets weren't fully replaced by revolvers until the late 19th century, and the Reno gang would certainly have had some in their arsenal.
Find of the day right there. Nicely done.
That's incredible. And that jar lid you got's right over there?
Correct, just right there.
I feel like maybe we're in like a
We're in a
campsite
good spot,
area.
maybe.
Yeah, big time.
So, Troy, I was going to ask you with that little clip right there, and there's a little bit more to that.
Yep.
You know, I want people that maybe have not seen that episode to go check it out. But I just wanted to ask you, in that moment, what was going through your mind? Like when he found that right outside of that spot, what went through your mind immediately?
I'll step back just a minute more.
Okay.
Because the whole idea that got that film crew from Hollywood to come to Indiana was a story about the Reno gang, and I had discovered where their childhood homestead was and where they had grown up. And we came out and we found some nice stuff, but not as much as what I wanted. So the second part was we had this rumor of the Reno gang hiding out in this cave. And it took me over a month to track down, going through old records to even find where the cave was because the spelling was off on the name of it. But I finally found it. So when I've got Josh Gates there with me, and we're metal detecting around, and I found part of a bottle, but we're looking for mason jars full of gold coins, right?
Right.
And I just dug up a mason jar lid. So like that was kind of exciting. But then Josh calls me over and he's got that bullet mold, you know, from probably mid-1800s, late 1800s. And I was like, oh, good. We've really found something historic. And, you know, Josh gets a lot of people they've asked me a lot, you know, did you bury stuff that you find on the show? I'm like, dude, if I had buried stuff, I'd have buried some gold coins.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I mean, then you could really
everything we found was unknown. It had not been detected. It had not been planted. This was all natural metal detecting finds. And that bullet mold was pretty exciting because we're thinking about, you know, a group of train robbers camping out at this cave. And it just fit the narrative so well.
Yeah, it's really cool. And what he pulls right after that,
Yeah.
it really starts tying. I'll be honest, I love Josh Gates. I love Expedition Unknown. Yep. And honestly, that's kind of not only my collection of coins and stuff got me into the hobby, but really like watching Expedition Unknown really got me to start up the channel. And cool. I will have to say, like, I've seen a lot of his episodes. I think I've probably seen every single one of them, honestly. The episode that you were on, and it's not just because you were on there and I know you and all that, and that it was Indiana, but like the stuff that you guys found and like discovered on that episode was awesome. It was a really, really great episode.
We had everything from a cave adventure to rock carvings, you know, to
right.
If you're going to show the other part of the clip.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. As a matter of fact, I guess I'll just go ahead and do that. Let's pull this up here. I think it's going to full screen us, but let's get us back in there. There we are. All right, we'll go ahead and play it.
The evidence of habitation is piling up quickly out here. But it's now time, as a wise man once said, to show me the money.
Troy, I'm still getting a signal down here.
In the same hole?
Yeah, right near it.
What have you got?
I don't know, man. So here, I'll turn this off. I get a hit on the right side here. Do you get that?
I think there's one right there.
Boy, that feels like there's something there. Let me see that shovel.
Try digging right there.
Okay. I'm gonna take out a big piece. See if that gets us anywhere. Oh. You see this?
Little silver circle.
Is that a coin? Get the hell out of here. Is that a coin?
Oh my gosh, it is.
That is a coin. That's silver. That's silver right there. Look at that shine.
The target that was trying to get away from us.
Are you kidding me? There's somebody on it.
That's a seated dime.
What is a seated dime?
Oh, mid-1800s?
Get out of here.
Early to mid-1800s. Hit it one more time. There should be a date right underneath of that seated woman.
I know this sounds crazy, but I swear to you it says 1840 something. 41? 43?
Josh, you nailed it. Oh, coin.
Are you kidding me?
Named for the seated image of liberty on its face, a seated dime from the Reno era is a huge deal. It's potentially valuable from a collectible standpoint, but more importantly, it puts a firm date on when people were using this area.
Dude, this...
Like, how cool is that? That's actually the only little bit of the clip that I have.
I mean,
but
you know, and the thing is too, I mean, you can't script that.
no,
Right.
We were out on this next to this creek that the creek came out of the cave, and we were just there in the woods detecting. I had not pre-detected the site. I didn't know if there were any signals in the area. And then he discovers, and I have to admit it, I misidentified it. You saw that mud.
right.
We finally got it cleaned up. It was a half dime.
Oh, okay. So it was
half
even
time.
smaller.
So it was even better. But there was just so much mud, I couldn't even see it. And I was so excited that we found, you know, something that unusual.
Right.
And the camera guys, they're all getting in closer and closer and wanting to get a good view. And this dime was only about maybe 7 inches over from where he had dug that half of a bullet mold.
I mean,
wow.
that had to have been a camp spot for them. I mean, they were there's enough evidence there. That, I mean, that's just what it had to have been. So as
somebody
far as
was
Josh,
there.
yeah, and as far as Josh, and I believe we kind of talked about this as well at the Golden Treasure Show. You said that he's like highly allergic to poison ivy, right? And you guys were like surrounded by it out there.
So the one, you know, this guy travels all around the world. He's been in 150 countries or something, you know. And the producers beforehand tell me, now, Troy, we just need to make sure, you know what poison ivy is? And I said, oh, yeah, I know poison ivy as well. Josh is highly allergic to it. Oh, no.
Oh,
so I had checked the area out before I let him walk up there. And there was some up on the hillside. So that's why I went up on the hillside. And I told him to stay down a little bit lower because I just looked around it before we started filming. And we just got lucky. There wasn't any in that area where he got those 2 signals.
So as far as like working with Josh and being on the set of Expedition Unknown, did that kind of change any perspective on any other treasure hunts that you may have been on or have plans to go on?
Well, I will say that working with Josh was an absolute thrill. He and the crew were both very professional and very fun to hang out with. This is a production crew from Discovery Channel coming out from Hollywood. You know, they had about 9 or 10 people, 2 vans full of cameras and equipment.
I actually have a picture of that as well.
You know, we had an outline more than a script. And Josh and I would just kind of play off of each other. And then the producer would be like, well, we need to do that one more time. And don't forget to talk about this. But when you saw us digging stuff up, that was all just pure enjoyment of finding something.
Oh, I could imagine. And I thought I had a picture. You had a picture of you kind of like with the camera crew back behind you. I think they were putting a mic on Josh, or they were getting him something. But this picture here, this was out when you guys were in the cave, correct?
So this is a friend of mine here on the left side of the Ken Bailey. He's kind of my go-to guy. He's a caving expert and cave rescue. And so I had him along, and we knew we were going into this cave, and we had an evacuation plan in place in case somebody got hurt, because it was a wet cave. It's very narrow, and he was just along to make sure everybody was safe. And Ken did a great job with that. And we had been filming. I mean, the days we filmed were like 12-hour days. And every scene was like 6-7 times, to make sure it was like what Josh wanted it. So by the end of the day, when we're done with the cave and we've been in the creek and we've been wet all afternoon and evening, this is us after the cave.
And I believe while you guys were in there, didn't it start? I mean, the water started to rise, didn't it? And you guys had to hurry up and get out of there because
it was raining when we first started that day, and it had picked up by the time we started to go into the cave. And while we were in the cave, more and more water was coming in, the waterfalls feeding in, and the water level was rising. This was a wet cave that at times completely fills with water. That's why there was mud up on the shelves and up on the ceiling. So when the water level started coming up, that's when we called it and decided to go metal detect outside.
Heck yeah. That is awesome. I just want to pull up a couple more pictures here because there's actually another. Well, we'll pull this one up. I like this picture. That's
there. You go.
And you said that how he acts. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I've got a signed 8x10 of that picture right over here on the shelf.
Oh, that is so cool. See, and like I was saying, you had said that Josh, how he is on TV. I mean, that's what you get in person. I mean,
he's the same. After a day of shooting, we went out to a Mexican restaurant one night, and we're drinking frozen margaritas, and we're just having fun, telling jokes. He's sharing stories about traveling around the world. He's just like he comes across. He's funny, and he's fun to be around.
That is so cool. I would have gave anything. Hey, I mean, you never know. You never know. Maybe I'll find some sort of treasure story that we could work on.
The producers called me up not too long ago asking me for any other ideas if I had any other treasure hunts I was working on. So if you have anything good, let me know.
Yeah, and I think I had asked you, I mean, do you have any plans on going back and looking more for the Reno brothers treasure? Or
I have been back. I found one item that I wish we'd found on camera. And what gets me is it was about 30 feet beyond where I had stopped detecting out in the cornfield that day.
Oh wow.
I went back and I picked up where I'd left off when we had the camera crew there. And I found a Civil War era pin-fired bullet casing.
Oh, man. Probably kind of like the one that I found in Centerville.
Might be. This particular one was a 10 millimeter or 11 millimeter. They only made like 11,000 of them. They brought over from Italy. And I'm thinking one of the Reno brothers probably brought it back with him after the Civil War and fired it off out there in the field and, pop the shell casings out. But I only found one. But that's
so cool that for 11,000 and you find one of them. I mean, the other ones are probably melted down and turned into something else.
Yeah, they made like three different pistols of the pin fired casings, and you check the millimeter of them. And this one particular one, the Union Army bought 11,000 of them. That's all they had. And then boom, here's one in a field in Indiana.
That is awesome. I wanted to pull this picture up as well because there's another familiar face who's actually been out with us metal detecting. And on the far right over there, that is Roger. I don't want to mess up. It's Diddleberger.
Diddleberger.
Yeah. And he has history in the dirt
Yes.
on Facebook, metal detecting.
Really good channel.
Yeah. And we went out on a group hunt with him, and that was a really good time. So
good.
So this was your crew that you had assembled.
Yeah, they wanted, because we had such a large area. You can see the cornfield back in the background there, and all the grass area.
Right.
You can't. There's like 60 acres total. I still haven't detected all of it. So I brought in some guys that I knew that I've detected with before, and that made up our crew for the day.
That is really, really cool. So let's see here. I was going to, I have like a little checklist. I can't find the other part, but what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and pull this up. So Troy went out on a hunt with us. He drove up, he made a good drive, and I feel bad that he drove all the way and it took forever for him to find this. And I just wanted to show everybody this video real quick, because this is going to be on an upcoming episode right here on Indiana Unearthed. So let's check this out. Oh my gosh. So
Yeah, come around this way.
he's got a big silver. Oops. Where is it?
Right there, right.
Oh. Do you mind?
You'll go right in.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Big silver. And we were off camera, and I said, I want more shiny. I said, I guess I'm getting greedy, but I want bigger. And what was it, 30 seconds
like 30
later, I'm
seconds
digging
later.
a hole, and this thing
Awesome.
falls out of my hand after I reached in there and was pinpointing it.
Heck yeah. Awesome
Oh,
job.
man, thanks.
You lucky dog.
Yes.
Hard to go wrong with an SLQ.
Right. Yeah, you found your big silver that day and my bucket lister. So no, it's all right. We had a great time when we went out. We looked for a stagecoach stop. Unsuccessful there.
It'll be a good episode, though.
We tried. Yeah. We'll definitely be putting that out here within the next couple weeks. So is there any stories that you maybe never have shared with anybody? Some treasure hunting stories that you would like a chance to put out there for everyone?
I do have another Josh Gates story that I have to tell, because Josh was my hero. I mean, if there was any show on TV that I would have wanted to be on, it was Expedition Unknown. And when they were wanting to do a show on the Reno Gang, they contacted a friend of mine and who had written an article about the Reno Gang 20 some years ago. And they asked him if he had any more information. He said, no, but I've got a friend who still lives in Indiana, and he knows all about metal detecting and all about history. And that's how they contacted me. So it helps to know people.
Very much so. Very much so.
As we've talked about, I've had my own TV shows. So I like to think I know a little bit about the industry. But the very first day I'm there, I'm on a hillside there at the Reno homestead, and I'm standing next to Josh Gates, and we just finished filming the intro scene of the episode. And there's 10 crew that are there. There's another half dozen the property owner and his family and employees are there. And so everyone's gathered around, and all of a sudden Josh goes, could someone get me a DDP? Now, I know that a DP is a director of photography. I know that a grip is a guy that has to go and grab and grip stuff and bring it. And I'm racking my brain because I'm standing next to Josh Gates. What's a DDP? One of the guys comes running up from the truck. Josh, here's your Diet Dr. Pepper. Didn't have anything to do with DDP or Hollywood or anything. But that's now how I ask for a Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, you just go to a restaurant. Yeah, I'll have a DDP.
That's right.
So I just wanted to hop into the chat here real quick. If anybody has their own questions for Troy, now would be the time. You guys can put it up there, and we'll kind of open it up for everyone. Let's see here. It looks like Dropped and Forgotten said that he was at Bone 32, and that's that treasure hunting event. Okay.
Excellent.
And Relicrat said that wasn't on the show. I think he was talking about the bullet, the mold. What was
No,
that on the?
I found the bullet mold was on the show. It was after we had been in the cave.
Okay.
We found the bullet mold and the silver half dime. Both those were on the show. And if you want to go look for the show, it's season 14, episode 4. Some places on the internet say that it's episode 5, but if you go to Discovery Channel, they've got the official list of episodes for season 14, and episode 4 is America's First Train Robbers.
Right, and it starts off. Josh is walking down the railroad tracks, and he's got a lantern and stuff.
Yep.
I think that's like their thumbnail actually for it.
I think it is. Yeah, he's got that.
And then you're on there too.
Yeah,
you're on one of their thumbnails. Let's see here. Bruce is in here. He said, yes, it was a great time. So Bruce went out with us that day. Unfortunately, he broke his metal detector that day, and he was kind of struggling with the Equinox 800.
But he ended up finding some good stuff.
He did.
I won't ruin the show by saying what it was, but he had some nice finds.
Yeah. It's like everything that day, like everything just pulled together within like the last like 30, 35 minutes of us being there. Yeah. Let's see here. Dropped and Forgotten. Enjoyed the clips, Adam. Going to head out. Everyone have a great weekend. You too, Drop. Thank you so much for stopping by. Relic says funny stuff. I think he's referring to the DDP.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here. Mud Hunter says, what Civil War history do you know about Missouri?
Oh, that's really good. You were actually at a Civil War event last year in Missouri, weren't you?
Yeah, at the Greenville, Missouri, the Show Me Treasure Hunting event, the Amateur Pro. Now, and they had us on different fields where there was a lot of different Civil War activity out there.
Now, this fall, I'm going to be detecting with a group, East Tennessee relic hunters. We're going to be on a battlefield site down in East Tennessee on one trip, and in October, and then in November, we're going to be close to Richmond, Virginia, on a really big, never before detected Civil War battlefield site. They were there this last spring and found 3 cannonballs and a lot of bullets and really nice artifacts. So I'm looking forward to that hunt.
I would cry if I found something like that. Mud Hunters said, and
I don't have any good stuff for a Civil War in Missouri, though.
I actually met Mud Hunter out at the Missouri at the Pro-Am treasure hunting event. Great event, by the way. I think we had initially, didn't we talk to you before we went out, Troy, and I asked you if you were going, and then
because it was it was a few weeks before I was going to New Hampshire,
right? And
I just couldn't do both. Yeah,
I made friends with his daughter.
Yeah, because he had the Cajun.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm all over the place all the time. Relic Rat says, I missed it. Definitely saw the dime. I've watched it 4 to 5 times, but usually distracted with phone. Imagine that. Now, aren't you going hunting with Cliff, Troy?
He's going to be at that hunt in Virginia in November, and I'll be hunting with him. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he's got to hear.
There you go, in Dinwiddie,
Virginia.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. What a name! Yeah.
Sounds like
Mud Hunter said, I am also a member of the 1700s Club.
Oh, rub it in.
He says, my buddy found a cannonball, crazy adrenaline rush just to film it. Yep. Oh, I bet so.
Yeah, Cliff sent me a photo of it.
I would love to do something like that. All right. Well, if nobody else has any questions or comments or anything for Troy, we just want to thank you so much for your time. And I can't wait to go back out hunting with you. We had a great time that day.
Yes, we did.
A lot of excitement. Like I said, it started off a little, but it ended pretty good. And, like you said, we don't always have to find something. It's just getting out and just doing it. So
getting out with some new people, learning some new stuff. And I've recently learned Wendy's starting her new channel.
That is correct. Yeah. She's that's Digging Diaries with Wendigo. She's gonna be doing bottles and magnet fishing and glass hunting in creeks, and should be a good time. She's gonna keep me busy editing, I have a feeling, because not only with my channel, but now I'm gonna have to edit for hers as well. But we're gonna change hers up a little bit. We're not gonna keep it the same as I edit and how
a little different format.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good.
All right. Let's see here. Relica says, awesome show, guys. Thanks for sharing. Absolutely. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, Cliff.
Mud Hunter, I do see your comment, and if you wouldn't mind, you can just email me. Email's going across the bottom down there, and I can kind of explain all my editing stuff that I use through that. So, all right, Troy, again, thank you so much for coming on tonight. We had a great time. Yeah, I'm excited. I want to go back out with you.
Yeah.
I
Got to get these.
appreciate you
fields
asking me to be on the show and sharing some stories.
Absolutely. All right, Troy. Well, we will talk to you soon. You have a great night.
All right. Thank you.
See ya.
Bye now.
All right. How awesome was that, everyone? So, again, that's Troy McCormick. You can check him out on his YouTube channel, and that was, oh, man, I'm blanking. Bootprints.tv. There we go. Bootprints.tv. So you can check that out. Yeah, great guy. He's so knowledgeable as well. Like when it comes to like metal detectors, very big into like the mine lab scene. So he knows a lot about mine lab. So if you guys ever have any questions in regards to mine lab stuff, I'm sure he probably wouldn't mind if you were to reach out to him. I don't think he would anyways. I mean, he's been pretty helpful with us, but really cool. I can't wait to do the silver shootout with him on Indiana Unearthed Team 1. We're going to have a great time, and hopefully we bring home the gold.
I was booted to Team 2.
You weren't booted. You're still on the teams. Let's see here. Just going to hop in the chat one more time. Thanks you, Troy. Enjoyed the stories. And Bruce says later, guys.
See you, Brewski.
All right, everyone. So if no one else has any other questions or anything, do you have any comments that you would like to add in? Because you were going to do like a little small interview with Troy that day, and I think
we didn't have a chance to do it.
Yeah.
We got back kind of late, and he was wanting to go home, and he had a little bit of a trip for it.
I still have his cooler in my car.
Oh, we do.
I gotta take his cooler up to him to the silver shootout. But yeah, I mean, like I said, we had a great time. So you guys be on the lookout for that video. Again, don't forget about our merch store. And we also had a super chat goal tonight. I ran it for 2 hours. So if you guys want to help out with that, we would appreciate it. Mud Hunter says, my daughter says hi.
Hey, Aubrey.
So, yeah, we have our super chat. Also pinned in the comments is our dashery for our merchandise shop. So if you want to go in there and check out some of our t-shirts, make sure to do so. We will be putting a video out this Monday on Monday Digs. I am going to be working on that this weekend. We kind of fell short this past Monday.
The computer was updating.
My computer was updating, but I did get a video out Wednesday on how to obtain door knocking and getting permissions on that. Make sure to go check that out. We would greatly appreciate it. I think that's pretty much all we have. Again, we got the silver shootout treasure hunting event September 21st through the 22nd in Lebanon, Indiana. We hope to see everybody there for that. I think that's it. We had a great time.
So.
All right, everyone. Thank you all for stopping in tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Let's see here. I did get one question. Are y'all going to be at the Arkansas at the Silver Horde Hunt? This is the first I'm hearing of that. So maybe, possibly. I'll have to get some more details on that.
Moonshine event in Kentucky. Haven't heard of that either.
We're going to the Moonshine event in Kentucky at the end of the month. Didn't know anything about that either. I guess we need to broaden our horizon here on different shows and stuff. Let's see. He says October 4th. We'll have to look into it. I'll definitely be looking into it. I know that we are planning on traveling here soon, and we're going to be going out east. If you can get off work. If not, I'm riding solo. So, all right, everyone. Again, thank you all so much for stopping by. Don't forget to hit the like button, share the content, subscribe for all new content that we put out on Monday Digs. It's a great lineup, a lot of great YouTube channels on there. And then we do our Finds Friday segment every Friday at 8 p.m. And like I said, we're going to start doing more interviews with folks. And yeah, we just hope everybody enjoyed that tonight. And we will catch you all on the next episode of Indiana Unearthed. Everybody have a blessed night.
Come back and see us.
Happy hunting, my friends. And we will see you all later. See ya. Let's see if I can do this right this time. Nope.
Every time.
Every time.